Welcome to my YouTube channel, the podcast where we unpack the big ideas shaping our world. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a hot topic: ethical AI and regulation. Artificial intelligence is everywhere: your phone, your workplace, even your doctor's office. But with great power comes great responsibility. How do we ensure AI is fair, transparent, and safe? And who's making the rules? Today, we'll explore the ethical challenges of AI, the latest global regulations, and what they mean for all of us. Let's get started. Segment 1. Why ethical AI matters. So, why should we care about ethical AI? Well, AI isn't just code. It's making decisions that affect our lives. From hiring algorithms to facial recognition, AI can amplify biases or invade privacy if we're not careful. For example, a 2018 study found that an Amazon hiring algorithm downgraded resumes with female-associated terms like Women's Chess Club because it was trained on male-dominated data. That's a real-world wake-up call about bias in AI. The core ethical concerns boil down to a few big ones: bias and discrimination, privacy and surveillance, and accountability. Who's responsible when an AI makes a bad call? The developer? The company? Nobody? These questions are driving a global push for ethical frameworks. UNESCO's recommendation on the ethics of AI, adopted in 2021 by 194 member states, calls for human rights, transparency, and fairness to guide AI development. It's a bold step, but turning principles into practice is tricky. Bias isn't just a tech glitch. It can harm real people. In healthcare, AI tools trained on skewed datasets might misdiagnose certain groups. A 2024 study in PMC highlighted how AI in clinical settings needs human assurance to ensure ethical accountability, meaning humans must oversee and evaluate AI decisions. Without this, we risk what they call diffusion of responsibility, where no one takes the blame when things go wrong. Segment 2. The global regulatory landscape. Let's talk regulation. Countries are racing to set rules for AI, but there's no one-size-fits-all approach. The European Union is leading the charge with the AI Act, the world's first comprehensive AI law, which took effect in August 2024. It classifies AI systems by risk: low, high, or unacceptable, and bans things like real-time facial recognition in law enforcement due to privacy concerns. High-risk systems, like those in healthcare or hiring, face strict transparency and safety requirements. The EU's also set up an AI office to enforce these rules, with full implementation by August 2027. Meanwhile, the US is taking a different tack. There's no federal AI law yet, but President Biden's 2023 executive order on AI pushed for safe, secure, and trustworthy AI, focusing on sector-specific guidelines. However, in January 2025, President Trump's new executive order rolled back some of those rules to prioritize American AI dominance. It's a shift that's sparked debate about balancing innovation with oversight. Posts on X reflect this tension, with some users arguing for clearer liability rules as AI becomes more autonomous. Elsewhere, China has strict rules on generative AI, requiring transparency about training data. Japan and South Korea lean on voluntary ethical guidelines to avoid stifling innovation. Africa's emerging frameworks, like South Africa's data protection laws, aim to balance AI growth with human rights. The global patchwork is messy. Some say the EU's rules are too strict, potentially slowing progress, while others think the US risks falling behind by not regulating enough. Segment 3. Challenges and solutions. Regulation sounds great, but it's not easy. One big challenge is keeping up with AI's rapid pace. As a 2024 UK Parliament report noted, the speed of AI development outstrips most regulators' expertise. Another issue? Enforcement. The EU's AI Act is ambitious, but small businesses worry about compliance costs. Then there's the black box problem. AI systems so complex even their creators can't fully explain how they work. This kills transparency and trust. The EU's AI Act tackles this by requiring providers of generative AI, like chatbots, to disclose when users are interacting with AI and to label deepfakes. But a 2023 Transcend report argues we need more than rules. We need ethical data sourcing and clear accountability frameworks baked into AI's design from the start. Solutions are emerging. The EU's AI regulatory sandboxes let companies test AI in controlled environments, helping startups innovate without breaking the bank. UNESCO's Global AI Ethics and Governance Observatory is another tool, offering policymakers a hub for best practices and readiness assessments. And companies like IBM are stepping up, with policies like sunsetting facial recognition tech to avoid misuse. Segment 4. What's next for ethical AI? So, where do we go from here? Experts agree we need global cooperation. The EU's AI Act might set a global standard, like GDPR did for data privacy, but differing approaches, say, the US's light touch regulation versus China's top-down control, could fragment the landscape. A 2025 Dentons report warns that without interoperability, businesses face a compliance nightmare. Public awareness is also key. UNESCO emphasizes AI literacy to empower people to understand and question AI systems. Imagine a world where everyone knows when they're talking to a bot or when an algorithm's deciding their loan application. That's the goal. And as AI gets more autonomous, posts on X highlight the need for decentralized governance, like blockchain-based frameworks, to ensure ethical oversight without choking innovation. We also need diverse voices in AI development. UNESCO's Business Council for Ethics of AI, co-chaired by Microsoft and Telefonica, pushes for inclusive teams to reduce bias. Because if AI is built by a narrow group, it'll reflect their blind spots.
Otro.
That's a wrap on today's deep dive into ethical AI and regulation. AI's potential is massive, but so are the risks if we don't get this right. From bias to privacy to accountability, the world's working on rules to keep AI human-centric. Want to learn more? Check out UNESCO's AI Ethics Observatory or the EU's AI Act website for the latest. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be soon with more tech that's shaping our future. Stay curious.